treats. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Ellie, not Ishka this time, but we've got more dogs in the office right now, and I've got treats. And we've got some treats for you as well. So tune in, sit down. Welcome to the Top Drive Show. It's going to be a slightly shorter episode this time around. We're doing it a little bit more quick fire because we're planning on doing another episode a bit sooner than normal. We've got a lot of things to talk about related to PL8. But we've got your regular questions, so we're going to start up with that. And the first question with the most upvotes, well done to Peter Lustig, who gets a carbon fibre pack for asking, can we have an incrementally decreasing price when it comes to skipping a fuse? So if some of the time is already expired, you don't have to pay the full price.
Yeah, I was experiencing that every weekend. There was a fuse. I wanted to get it in, and I was like, oh no, I've left it too late. There's 3.5 hours of the event left, and it's going to take 4 hours. And there's no option. You've got to pay the full whack. There is a slight weird thing about it where if the price is slowly going down as the time's going down, you'll always feel slightly ripped off doing it. You're like, oh, I should just wait 5 minutes and it'll be a bit cheaper, and you should wait another 5 minutes, and it feels quite hard. So it would probably have to come down in some sort of step at a certain point, like if it's halfway then it changes or something. So but there is something in that. So yeah, we've got some version and discussions of how that should work on our list.
Yep, absolutely right. We've got the next question coming from Blossom, who asks, can Ishka the dog be a weekly challenge boss? Which I think is an excellent question. Personally, I think that we should have all the office dogs be bosses in the game. You want this now, don't you? Because I've given you all your treats. Yes.
It would be quite surreal for everybody who doesn't watch the show, I guess. There's this dog.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, like any question relating to the dog was going to get a carbon fibre pack, weren't they?
All right, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, congratulations to Blossom. You got a nicely upvoted question and a carbon fibre hack. You can't have my laptop.
Yeah,
have this.
Nice YouTube channel as well.
Well done. Okay. Now we've had a lot of questions in the comment section for the last episode asking about different things relating to trucks and SUVs. So some people just saying, can we have more of them? Some people saying, can we have an event where they're specifically the right thing to take? And the question I've got here from Mikel Alonso, who asks, could we put a truck or SUV pull test, like with different weights to be dragged to a certain point? So there's a few questions in here about, can we have challenges that are specifically based on torque?
Yeah.
Which I think is a completely legitimate stat to want to test for in a car.
Yeah. Well, in the beta version, I remember there's a challenge. I do not remember ever seeing it. I don't know if it was just written down and it was just an idea and we never actually did it. But there was a tug of war. That idea was there.
Yeah.
So that would make sense to go with I don't know, if we were to do a big SUV truck update, things about that. That would all go together. I don't know if there's anything that the Resolver would struggle with simulating that. I mean, we know... Yeah, I don't know. I guess traction's going to come into it a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's something we could do easily. We go, let's just put in a tug-of-war challenge now. But it is an interesting idea.
Yep.
It is something that has been literally in the beta at some point, at least by name.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, we're thinking about it.
We are. Okay. Right. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to skip a question just for a second, and we're going to go down to a question here from Thomas Jarrett, I think that's how you say, sorry, who asks, can we add some more electric cars? Then we can have an event called Carbon Free, and if you get like the first rank, you win an electric car carbon fibre pack. Yeah, I want more electric cars in the game.
Yeah, exactly. I think we covered it a little while ago. So what we'd want to do is just get a whole bunch gathered together and go, bam,
electric cars.
Update.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's how we'd want to do it.
It would be great. Yeah, definitely want to do it. Of course, it's a case of, as with everything, trying to add new things to the game, is that there's licensing and, something we'd like to do. Yeah. It's on the list, as John might say. You may notice he's not here. We haven't yet mentioned that he's missing. It's just me and Tim today. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he'll be back next time.
Yep. Here we go then. I've got a question. I liked this because even though it only had one like on it, I thought it was quite interesting, which is from Radovan Bojanic, I think that's how you pronounce. who asks, can you please fix the Mercedes G-Class 6x6 to say that it's six-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive?
Yeah, it's a classic top drives.
Because we forgot that there were cars with more than four wheels.
Yeah, it's just a special case, a sort of very special case. It would, I think, it makes sense. It is. But if we ever have a restriction that's like four-wheel drive, we wouldn't want to rule that car out. That would be mean in a way.
Yeah.
It's like four-wheel drive or more. Four-wheel drive or six-wheel drive, but there's only one car. It's like, because there's just one, it's like not quite worth making all the special case codes.
But imagine a six-wheel drive event.
Well,
wouldn't that be great?
It would be quite boring, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So maybe if we get some more six-wheel drive cars, then it becomes more worth it.
Absolutely.
Got some suggestions of good six-wheel drive cars to add? I don't know what they are. John will probably know.
John will know. Well, there's a couple of Formula One cars from like way back when that had six wheels.
Really? I did not know that.
Yes,
we probably can't get those.
No, we probably can't. But fun. That's a fun fact there for you.
Cool.
So thank you, Radovan. You've also got a carbon fibre pack. Well done,
really?
you.
Wow.
Yeah, I liked it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Then the question that I skipped, which comes from Didabig, who asks, really excited for the new update.
Oh, yeah.
I really hope that it meets the expectations and the waiting time. As a programmer, I completely understand the keeping quiet about when it will happen because stuff can get pretty messy.
It can.
I would like to know if it's possible to have a month, quote a month to us instead of just saying it'll drop soon or in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry if it looks like I'm pressuring you, but I just really can't wait. PL8, Tim.
That's right. That's what it is. It's a big one.
It's a big one.
It's fair to say. And when was that episode we said it's going to be in weeks, not months?
We did say that.
And so that I guess should mean less than 2 months, because then it's months.
Sure.
And how long ago was that?
Last episode.
Was it just the last episode that we said that? I feel like it was longer. I don't know.
Everything is a blur, and
Yeah.
time isn't real anyway, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. It's we never say a specific day because you can never be sure. In coding and development, things always go wrong, and usually it's later than you thought, and then everybody just gets angry, and then they're disappointed when it comes out instead of excited. We're sort of getting that anyway because people are used to how long updates take, and they go, "Oh, this is a bit longer than usual. Shouldn't it be here by now?" I want to say soon, and then people are like, "What does soon mean? 5 minutes?
Soon.
What, days, not weeks?" No, I think we're going to have a very, very good idea of exactly when it's going to be, and it will be even sooner in the next Top Drive show.
Even sooner.
Oh yes, that I think I'm going to say on that show we'll be able to say when it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Now that is risky, especially since we were saying we're going to do a show in 1 week.
Yeah.
Right.
Well.
Or sooner, I should say sooner.
Confidence of when it is going to be is increasing. You can take that as a read as to how soon it actually is.
Is there anything that we can talk about?
Well, I think it is time that we show something about what's going to happen. So we talked a little bit about this idea of all these things that people want that we can do. So on the basis of reimagining daily events, they're a bit boring, they're always there, a bit whatever, people just use them for farming. It's like, take all of that energy that goes into daily events, take all the rewards people are getting out of farming those, and go, right, let's put that in this completely other place. Let's have short events where people work together, and something like that. So now here's a little view of what that will sort of look like. Here we go. Right, we'll put this up. Look at that.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
Yeah.
I can't see a thing.
No. So that looks kind of confusing, right? What you're seeing there is a map, and this is a strategy sort of map game going on here. Each little area, each little strangely shaped thing, that's actually a small event. You can pick one of them and contribute to your club, one of the 3 clubs, and try and take that bit of territory in a very quick fire event in an attempt over a longer period of time, like a week, to try and have the most territory. So, and that there is something about that that's a little bit odd in like a game that's about cars and racing. You're like, oh, what's this whole sort of conquering thing got to do with it? But actually, Top Drives is a strategy game, really, at its core. Which cars do you use? Which race do you put them on? How do you do all of that? And so it actually fits into that element, I think, quite well, and creates a much larger strategy thing to be thinking about. So we're going to have more details on quite how this is going to work next time.
Yeah,
but
wow, look at
there's
that.
just something to start thinking about. It's going to look like that.
Something going on there. And going to be pretty fun to finally talk about it, reveal
exactly.
after
We've been
all of this time.
playtesting it and iterating it for quite a while.
Goodness knows how long.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go.
So there you go. That's something to look forward to in, I quote, weeks, not months. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's still a valid thing to say.
Still valid?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Really exciting. Then I believe that the other thing that we wanted to address before we signed off for this slightly shorter episode is that there is an event coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
And we've got a prize car.
That's right. And we don't have John. So
no, so you're going to have to...
This is a problem. I tried to look it up and I was like, I don't know about cars. I don't know what it means. It's the 2015 Porsche Cayman GT4.
Yeah.
Right? It's RQ25 Epic. And I tried it out against some of the other RQ25 Epics we have. First I tried it out against the 911 GT3 RS, the green one that people really like.
The hardcore one.
It's like, yeah, it can't really beat that.
No.
The 2017 718 Boxster S, little convertible one, quite a lot of people have that. And it is very competitive with that one you can beat. I mean, it just sits in the sort of Porsche meta. It's not a dominant one. And I presume we made it prize card because it's special in some way, but I don't know what that way is. Maybe next episode John can tell us.
Well, I mean, first of all, it does have the advantage of being like at the top end of Epic, so it's got
it's
got that upgradability.
It's up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine, it must be a specialist of some sort.
Yeah.
I'm sure that John would know exactly why.
Yeah, or probably somebody watching knows why as well.
Maybe they can help us.
I'll tell you what, though, what we should do, just to make this a bit more exciting, we should talk a little bit about just maybe a couple of cars that are coming up.
We've got more cars.
Yeah.
Is this a PL8 related thing?
This is it. I just want to show one thing here. This is great. Now, what is it? It is a Citroen. Yeah. 1934 Citroen Traction Avant. That is going to be the oldest car in the game.
How old?
Not very good. 1934, right?
1934.
So, yeah, getting on. But I mean, when that comes up for me, I'm definitely keeping it.
So when are we going to do our first 1930s event?
Well, it's the only one so far, so we'll need some more. And it's not an area that we're particularly investing in, but it's just nice to have that bit of history there. It's just a nice one for the collection. And then another car that is not, the fastest, not the most amazing, but I can't wait to pick one of these up. It's RQ8, well, pending confirmation. It's possible that will slightly change. And the Renault Twizy is already pretty good as a common. It's very light. It's excellent on the slaloms and the G-forces. Now we're going to have the Twizy F1.
Oh, that's the one with all of the Renault Sport electrics from the Formula 1 car in it.
Oh, yeah.
And the ridiculous rear wing and things.
Yeah, slick tyres. And a 6-second 0 to 60. Top speed of 68. I think you have to deploy a special electric boost, and you can only do it for 9 seconds, and we haven't modeled that, so we just say, alright, it can go to top speed of 68. That's fine. So it's a bit of a sort of hyper specialist.
Wow.
In the uncommons. Yeah.
Oh, where can I get one of those?
Yeah,
not just in real life, but not just in the game, but in real life.
I know, everywhere. I think people are going to be discovering this car for the first time. Quite a few people, and going, wow, that's amazing.
I want one.
Yeah. So should we show one more slightly higher RQ car? We
people are
probably detecting there's a bit of a French thing.
We have an open
on.
forum right here. We can say anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think another interesting one that caught my eye in terms of things that you don't see very often is this here 1988 Renault R21 Turbo Europa Cup. And that is again, it's got slick tyres, so that puts it in an interesting place in top dryers. That means it's generally really good for its RQ as long as it's not raining. Then you're in trouble. So yeah, 85 handling, currently coming out as RQ17. That is looking pretty tasty as well.
Yeah, look at that.
Definitely not the most exciting cars you could imagine in the update. There's just a little bit of early reveal there. We'll have a bit more next time.
Well, yeah, we do love to hype things up, don't we? There's a lot of cool stuff. I'm excited to see what happens with this map thing that we've created.
The club's feature as a whole is basically the biggest thing we've added to stock drives since launch.
Yeah, I imagine. I think I can see what might be coming up, and I think that next episode we may have a few questions.
So we're going to be talking about that in more detail, one way or another.
We may have a few answers. So there you go. What a bit of fun we've got there coming up.
Yeah.
So of course, that brings it perfectly around to reminding you what you can get up to here. You are watching this video. Thank you so much for all of the support. Last time we got we got over 100 likes and like about 160 something comments, which is great. You know, we absolutely love the support. We love the feedback. And you know what to do, I hope. So go ahead, leave a question for us in the comments. And if you see a question someone else has put that you want answered as well, make sure to give that a like, because we look at the most liked comments first. Wow.
Yeah.
Everything's happening. It's all happening really fast.
Yeah.
And, well, I guess we're going to be taking you along for the ride with us, but that's going to be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I think that's what we have to talk about this week already, isn't it?
That's right. So stay tuned.
Yes. So yeah, a slightly shorter episode than normal, but we will be back sooner, we hope, than normal. So great, and cheers. Thanks for playing Top Drives. This has been the Top Drive Show.